Our friend Sheri Nixon from Keller Williams is back, and she's wearing her advice hat today. Hi, Sheri.
Yes, hi, how are you?
I'm good. So we're going to talk a little bit about this market that continues to be a very interesting and a challenging place in different ways, and obviously very exciting in other ways as well. But you're going to kind of put your advice hat on today for our buyers.
Yes, I do have some advice for buyers because it can be very discouraging out there, and my advice is to not get discouraged. And you may have to put in offer after offer, and you may lose houses that you think that you'll never find another one, and in reality they will come along. You'll get other ones, and as long as you keep trying and keep attempting and putting in those offers, and it will happen. So don't give up. That's definitely one piece of advice.
Absolutely. And what would you say to somebody who, if they are getting tired or thinking, I don't want to write another offer, I don't want to be in another bidding war, I don't want to be in a bidding war at all. How do you kind of
Well, good question, because definitely that's another piece of advice. I do have people that say, whatever I do, I'm not going to get in a bidding war. And, that's just the way of the world right now is bidding wars. And if they could just have a little bit of a paradigm shift over that and not think of it as a bidding war, basically just think what their best offer is and keep it in mind. Where it gets discouraging is we might be the first one there, we might have over full price offer, and then instead of them accepting it, the listing agent and the seller might say, no, I'm going to wait for other offers.
Right.
And that's what gets discouraging, because they're like, why are you waiting for other offers? Yet in reality, they just need to keep at it and realize that they don't have to bid against themselves. They just are going to put in their best offers so that the next day they're not going to be upset if they find out something sold for a price that they didn't do that price. So if that makes sense,
absolutely.
Go to the price they want and be good about it. And whatever happens, happens. But don't say you're not going to put in that offer.
Yeah.
It's a bidding war.
And talk to us about having a realtor who themselves don't get discouraged, because I'm sure it can get very frustrating when you're really trying to find something for somebody and you're just not there.
Yes. My advice is, as much as you need the buyers to say not discouraged, you need an agent that's not going to, because it's a lot of work to run out and FaceTime and video and keep at it and writing offers. So you want an agent that's not going to make you feel like, oh, do I have to do this again?
Right.
So have someone energetic that's willing to do it. And which brings us to, you need an agent, and I say I'd love to be that agent. You need an agent that has some leverage. And for example, I have Shannon Sheehan, and she and I have been partners for a long time. So between us, one of us can get out there at the drop of a hat to do the videoing, to meet the person and show the property. And then, if that happens, then I can be back writing the contract. And then I have a full-time assistant that's going to help with the paperwork and somebody that's doing the transaction to close. It's hard to be a one-man band right now.
Sure.
Because it's too much. And I know people will think, oh, that agent didn't care enough or this and that. Sometimes it's just they're not leveraged enough.
Right. And you obviously have a great team behind you. So that's really exciting.
Right.
So let's just flip it on its head just a little bit, because we got about a minute left. Let's talk about it, what the advice you're giving to sellers.
Yes. So with sellers, it's mainly going to be, if you have ever thought of selling, and maybe just in the back of your mind you thought, I don't know, maybe we're going to move somewhere someday, and you just think about it. I think it is time to talk to a realtor. I would love to talk to someone like that and just say, what can I get for my house? And it may be a thing too where they're thinking, well, I'm not really ready at maybe 6 months, a year. Maybe it's a thing where, because there are so many offers, you could choose somebody that says, all right, I'll buy it and stay back in it for 6 months. Let's rent it back. So there's options like that.
Right.
That then people can have the money in their pocket if they're going to go somewhere else to buy. They don't have to have a contingent on selling their house and all that. So the first piece of advice, if you're thinking about it, go ahead and talk to your realtor.
Now is the time.
Now is the time.
So if they are thinking about it and they want to talk, how do they get to you?
They can call me, 843-301-2688, or give me an email, shoot me an email. All of it's on the screen, I think.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. Well, thank you, Sheri. It's always great information.
Thank you.